It's cold. It's miserable. First thing in the morning, dropping these kids off to school.
It's raining.
And it's raining. I mean, I could go with the car, but it's only a 3-minute walk or so. It's just a wasted journey with the with the car. I hate this time of the morning. Why can't school start when I wake up, when I have my proper sleep? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Uh, you know, she agrees. I mean, how does everybody else feel when they wake up in the morning, especially during this cold,
Tired.
miserable, grim
Tired.
time?
Tired.
You feel tired?
Yeah.
Oh man, me too. Let's see how the day goes anyway, guys.
Yeah.
We can do this, guys. We can do this. I mean, I've been doing this for years. I've even done it for my brother's kids. I used to wake up in the morning, drop them off, just before going to work and things as well. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'm Actorus. I'm originally from Birmingham. I moved here after I finished school, actually. That's back in 1999. When I first moved here, I remember everything was alien. Everything was strange. It felt like everything was moving strange. I was really sad, depressed. When I moved up here, blaming my parents for years, like, why did I come to this shithole and things like that. And I was struggling. I mean, I went to college and everything here, and I just didn't like it. It was just a strange place. I mean, it felt like we were the only few brown people in the community. Alhamdulillah, things have changed, times have changed, and things are moving. I mean, it's become more cosmopolitan. It becomes, more diverse. I'm starting to enjoy it. I mean, I was started to enjoy it years ago, actually, and now it's like home, and it is a brilliant place to live. Won't deny. Might be a bit quiet compared to Birmingham, but it is what it is. So when I moved up here, right after a few years or so, I had a few of my friends move up here as well. My school friends. I mean, around 3 or 4 of them actually moved up to the Wirral. I felt after a few years of living here, I felt quite at home with my friends. Being around, and it was comforting. So it's a good thing. So what I want to talk about is myself. I mean, let me just tell you a bit more about myself. Obviously, you guys know that I'm married to Sheley. We've been married 14 years now, and we're happily married. Alhamdulillah. We have our ups and downs. We argue. This is life. I mean, we have our good times. I mean, we got beautiful kids. Alhamdulillah. Well, what more can you want? But I'll just tell you more about me anyway. A few years ago, my brother passed away, my oldest brother. And ever since then, I have been struggling mentally, emotionally, and it's been a tough road. And that's all I can say. It's been a challenging road. And my older brother was the first point of contact for me for everything. I mean, we used to get along together. I mean, Shelly can also confirm we've never had an argument in our life, as far as I can remember. He's never said oof to me, never called him names or anything like that, never swore. When we talked in a sensible manner, and we just have a laugh. I mean, we used to play like computer games at night. We used to have challenge on Street Fighter, play football, and what we used to do is we used to play to sleep as a champion, basically. So whoever wins the game sleeps a champion that night. So we had that kind of relationship. It's been a tough few years since he's passed, and it's been a tough few years. Just think happy thoughts. That's why he would have told me anyway. Be positive. Be grateful. So my brother was the type of person that would try different things. He'd always motivate myself, give me encouragement, and it's someone that I used to go to get encouragement, feel good about myself. So My brother was the type of guy who used to be very motivated. If he failed in something, he wouldn't, you know, he wouldn't get angry or anything like that. He'll have a positive attitude. Say, "I tried and I failed," and it's like he keeps on trying. He kept on trying with different things, tried different ways. We even bought a property once together, and that failed. It was a massive property and everything. Well, alhamdulillah, when we got to sell it, we got to sell it for a lucrative amount of money, and I think it was a good point in our life because we were struggling really bad, as in business ventures. With business ideas and things like that, we were, but we gave everything a try. And in life, if you don't try, you don't get. You fail, but you keep on getting back up. What's the worst that can happen? You fail, yeah. You try, you figure something out. You don't make the same mistakes twice usually. Anyway, but life as it takes, it's a challenge. Every day is a challenge. After his passing, obviously we knew none of us seen it coming or anything like that. And he had his own business at the time. He had his own restaurant business. A takeaway business. Sorry. And before he passed away, he called me basically and says, because he was feeling ill at the time anyway, he says, "Can you just run the business? I'm not feeling too well, so I'll leave it to you." So I was running his business after he passed away. It's like it was an uphill struggle to maintain his business. So I had him need to actually sell off his business. Yeah. So, but the problem was there was a lot of problems with it. It's like, gas companies, they don't want to talk to you because you're not the person in charge. Paying off the staff, getting the money from the bank and everything to pay off the staff, pay off stocks, pay off products, and it wasn't easy running the business. I ran it for as long as I could. I ran it for a year or so, not even a year, actually less than a year. After his passing, I ran it for another. I say a year. I ran it for another year after his passing. I'm a qualified advisor, mentor. That was my job. That was my duty. I used to sit down with my clients and things like that. So they used to struggle with a lot of things. So, I used to help them out. To this day, I help them out. They come knocking on my door, calling my phone to say, "Can you help me with forms? Can you help me understand this and that?" And, it's like, "Can you help me? Can you take me to an appointment? Because I'm not getting it." So, convey the message back and forth, things like that. I still do that to this day, and I do it for free most of the time for the community. A lot of people still approach me for regarding that anyway, because when they approach someone and they feel comforted, this is what it is. That was my job anyway, is to mentor. I was a job advisor, so I just advise them how to motivate them before they go into a job, or even do job search, how to do it. So let me get back to something. So I left my job as a charity worker to pursue myself basically for a startup. So this is a startup called Munch Love. So it's an app basically. It's like Just Eat and Uber Eats, but what it was, we had a different take to it. Where you can save, a business can save money, where vendors and customers can save money in a different way, but we had different ways of approach basically. And I was doing a lot of research for that. Well, for the company basically. There's me and a few of my friends who got together. The main person is person that's worked with NHS database, RAC database, and it's like he's putting hours and hours of work, and I put in hours of work as well. I got many restaurants as well to sign them up. That's what I was doing. So I was working with Uber Eats and Just Eat, doing all these research, and we wanted to launch it, but obviously tragedy struck, and from that point on, it's like can't get myself motivated to get it going. I think my friends have had the same thing, but recently we've also discussed we need to get it back running again, get our motivation back. But me and my friend have made a lot of change to it. We've put some new structure, new designs, but obviously doing a new structure, new design to the company itself, it 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 takes a different turn. I mean, it's more work needed, but because this has to be future proof, that's why I always said it has to be future proof. So that's what we're doing now. It's like we're trying to figure it out, make it future proof, make it easy. This app needs something that will revolutionize the way people order and whatnot, and that's what we're sitting at the moment. But we're going through tough times. I mean, myself gone through tough times losing my brother. Me and my friends are also going through tough times as well. Inshallah, in the future, we'll get it back up. We are working behind the scenes still. Developers from all over the world, working on certain parts of the app. Like, I'm looking forward to it, but because of my brother's passing, it's just like I'm mentally not there. It's like it's not tuning in properly. I guess we keep the hope up because we made so many changes. We've not shelved it, but we are doing it slowly behind the scenes. We are looking for funding in the near future. Yeah, because every project needs some type of funding. At the moment, we want to make sure that when we release it, it's actually in working order. So that's one aspect of the thing. I mean, hopefully, inshallah, I can talk about it more in the future, but I'm not allowed to talk about what kind of features, we've added in, or what we've discussed, or what we are putting in. But we know that we've done a lot of research, and hopefully, inshallah, it pays off. I mean, with your du'as, maybe it'll happen sooner or later. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Life, like I said, life is a challenge. Life gives you a lesson every day. Currently, I'm not working, but like I said, it's just been tough. I mean, I've decided to take a year out of work. I'm eating off my savings. Yeah. What happened after my brother passed away, I remember, is basically my niece got married, so me and my brother, my younger brother, my parents got together, and we made sure that she had a good wedding. My brother was going to tell us about the arrangements and everything like that, but he's never had the chance to discuss it. And it's like everything just came to a surprise. And I think after my niece's wedding, we ended up selling my brother's business that I was running for some time. Then I got approached by basically someone that needed a benefit advisor or whatever. It's like for people that are coming out from prison. So basically, I got approached, applied for the job, but then obviously my brother's wedding came at that time as well. So I kind of like declined it. So they contacted me again to say, can you at least do part-time? I decided not to pursue it. I go, no. I mean, if I'm not getting into a job and not being committed, it's pointless. I'll just be looking bad on my part. So after coming back from Bangladesh, it's just that I couldn't get into the rhythm. But like I said, it's just been tough, struggling, and then mentally. Yeah, I'll talk a bit more about my brother and older brother anyway, because obviously, it's someone that I chat about. He was my mentor, as in, he was 100 times a better person than I myself. Yeah, I mean, my brother was 5 times prayer, he'd done his Hajj, he talked really calm, soothing, he was a very nice person to talk to, never got angry, He was one person that I can say about. I used to read Tasbih every single week, and he used to show it to me. Like, he used to have the finger counter, and he used to say Allah's name 70,000 times. He used to challenge himself. Yeah, so every week, I go, I've done 30,000. I'm going to try to do 70,000 by the end of the week. So he used to do that. So, when I used to work with him, he used to keep on counting. Like say Alhamdulillah, Bismillah, Subhanallah. And that was his life. I mean, he used to say to himself, like, our end destination is to God, to Allah. And so, forgive me, my brothers and sisters, I'm just babbling on. So as you know, I'm not doing much right now. I'm just working around the house. I'm living off my savings. Yeah, I've decided to take the year off and spend time with family because I need to reflect on a lot of things, and I think I need to spend more time with my family because it made me realize that because my brother's lost his life, and he's always talking about I want to spend more time with family, so I needed to spend more time with my family, and I wanted to feel like I'm living his life that he wanted, and in that sense, it's like it's comforting. I get to see my kids every day, be there every day, have fun. I mean, that's why I decided I'm going to take a year out, roughly a year out. I'm thinking of getting back into work. I can get back into work today. I mean, I've got Uber Eats, just the app. It's just work is just there. I can just put on my app and say, "Hey, I'm going to work right now." So finding work is not a problem. Applying myself to work is not a problem for me. I mean, I'll find a work. I'll get offered jobs as well by people. I can always go into my family businesses. That's no problem. If I say, "Hey, I want a job," I can get back into it. But it's just finding that rhythm, that mood. But what I've learned is to be more connected to Allah right now. Anyway, so I never used to do what my brother used to do, pray. But after his passing, I started praying. It's a good thing. Spiritually, it's a good thing. I mean, and inshallah, with your prayers and du'as, let's see what happens anyway. There's no guarantee for tomorrow. And no guarantee for any time anyway. But take life as it is. Take life one step at a time. Yeah. And be patient. Something that I've learned is to be patient. Alhamdulillah, I've got beautiful family, kids, family members, friends out there. And if you're going through tough times, just be patient. Sometimes in life, you just have to take a step back, reflect, think, give yourself a lot of time, room to think. Yeah, think of your next move. I mean, with myself, I thought about it years ago. We're not struggling. The reason why we're not struggling at the moment is because my house is freehold. We're debt free, alhamdulillah. Yeah, I thought from the age of 16 to the age of 40 now, I've been working until this is my gap. I can say my gap year, and this is my gap year basically. So I need to get back on the saddle and trot along and see what I can do next. You have to be optimistic, realistic as well, and your approach with everything. Take your opportunities. Trust me. It's like try things, but don't risk it all. I've got no problem because I've got cushion behind me. That's why I'm quite laid back, because I know when shit hits the fan, I can always go back. I've always got my family to support me, to say, comforting. It's like my parents. If I was to ask my parents, I need some money and things like that, they'll give it to me. But I don't ask them. I mean, with Sheley makes her money, I don't ask for any of her money. I've got my own savings. I'm still eating off. And, I need to get back into it. I need to get back into work. And I need to get back into sorting my life out. All I can give you is advice for encouragement. Life is short. Live it long. Live it true. Live it happily. You have to be happy in life. I mean, you'll have your ups and downs, and that's life. I mean, you realize life pulls a lot of strings in life. You don't know what's going to happen, but you just take it in the chin and kind of like trot along. It takes time. Time's a healer. Have patience. Look toward Allah. That's what I'm doing right now. I want to pray for everybody. I mean, pray for yourselves. Allah bless you and your families. Thank you for listening me ranting, and inshallah, we'll carry on this YouTube channel. I just wanted a heart to heart. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually sitting in front of the camera face to face. Something that I'm shy to do. I need to build my confidence. I always tell Sheley to build her confidence. I mean, when we first started YouTube, she was scared to look at the camera. And I used to direct to say, look at the camera, what are you doing? You need to focus, you need to talk to them. People want help, or people find solace in talking, watching someone that they find like comforting to hear, and that's the way it is. That's why I'm trying to reach out to you guys to say, like, I'm finding it comforting because your comments are very positive, guys. Alhamdulillah, you guys are a bunch of nice human beings. Very easy, my brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum.